at the news. Nimdia news always the best news in town. Wouldn't say that again and also the SCA the air show and an Indian news so at the bro. Be it politics and our governance there. What they are not what they assemble and send be assigned SBU. Now in Sembe na SCA. Yeah, I go for be just there is a leaked audio. Leaked audio no so free fan. I these politicians here. I Supreme Obi Supreme Judge. Attorney General and eja dubois nsensem ya eho ana ochire se nsem bi enso betudwa na sɛ we de papa ya dubois di akɔne ba wɔ court na prison a wodu ani ade ade na akɔfa ntrahwe bi abada yɛkɔ ne kɔte nsɛm a yɛse yɛ lekini bi na yɛhwɛ sɛ wan so ne gudjam na ma nya ntie sɛ Attorney General bom nso ne gudjam a wo hu ne wɔnyɛ no ho yɛ ba yɛka bia so yɛ ba beto so yɛntie nsɛm mmrɛsi a
use that I sent to you if you have it. Well, no, Friday, last Friday. Kwabena Eduboahin was returned to courts. And what happened on Wednesday is that after he had been invited to Iyoko or so, he was told in the afternoon that the court process is waiting and that he has been charged. So together with his lawyers, they went to court. When they went to court, it was about 4 p.m. in the evening, as I'm told by the lawyers. The court was sitting. The judge was already there. That surprised Atachian a bit. Because it was 4 p.m. and typically judges would have closed by 4 p.m. But on this occasion, the judge was there. And then the Leonard Attorney General, Leonard Dominic Ayeni, made the case that he was interested in keeping Kwabena Eduboahin in for a while, pending his investigations. And the judge said he should come and argue that on Friday. Atachian said that on Friday when he was going to court, he was aware that no judge was going to grant something like this because as Atta said, and I don't know whether you still have the words that Atta used that I sent to you. If you have it, make it ready and I'll show it at the end of this. As Atta said, it is incongruous to understand how the Leonard Attorney General has kept Kwabena Eduboahin in for 2 or 3 weeks, held a press conference and indicated all the offenses of Kwabena Eduboahin in a press conference. After the press conference, the court grants Kwabena Eduboahin bail together with his wife, which takes him a long time to fulfill the high bail conditions. Atachian actually goes to court to amend the bail conditions. The court agrees with him and reduces the bail conditions to a certain 80 million Ghana cedis for him to find some evidence of 80 million Ghana cedis before he is let out to go. That happened and they let him go. And then after that, it took another 3-4 weeks before the Kwabena Eduboahin was formally charged. Atachian doesn't understand what more time the Attorney General needs. And indeed, on that Wednesday, the Attorney General returned to hold a press conference. He did. And said again things that Eduboahin had done and introduced new things. And while Atachian says all the allegations against Eduboahin will fall flat in the court, and Atta strongly believes in that nothing is going to work, everything will fall flat, he does not understand why the Leonard Attorney General is looking for more time. In fact, Atachian said that in his press conference, the Attorney General was talking about plea bargaining, that Eduboahin can come for plea bargaining. And Atta was confused that you have not presented any real evidence in the court against the accused person. And you're already asking him to come for plea bargaining on the whims and caprices of your decision that he is guilty when you are not the court, you are not the judge. What kind of law is this? Atta fumed. What kind of law is this? He told the media. You are the Attorney General. You are prosecuting the man. You have found charges against him that must come to court and stand the test of time. It is in the process of you presenting this evidence before the court that the person will decide that based on this evidence, I will do plea bargaining. But then you are inviting him to do plea bargaining because you have filed charges. And Atta says that he smells a rat in all of these things. He also told the media that he doesn't want to pick phone calls from the Leonard Attorney General, that is his good friend. Attorney General has been calling him, that he has seen the phone calls, but he will not answer them. You know why? Atta is being very smart. He says he will not answer them because we have history where these people can record your phone call and come and say that you said this or that. And so in good faith, he doesn't want to talk to the Attorney General whilst the prosecution is during the subsistence of the prosecution. He doesn't want to speak to the Leonard Attorney General. And many lawyers have been having this conversation to the last few days in their chambers, and they are thinking that this is very sad, that lawyers cannot talk to each other even when they are doing a case, which was one of the basis of legal practice, that they always talk to each other as learned friends, that now you can't anymore because these people are going to be recording. This is who they are. They'll record. They'll just record and say, hey, you said this, and you said that, and you said that. And it's completely unethical. So people are sad that we have come to the point where a lawyer says, I will not pick the Attorney General's call, because if I pick his call, he's going to record it. I don't believe that Dominic Ayini will record any call for matter. I don't believe it. But we must all understand that we have come to this place because of yesterday. Because yesterday, we heard that an Attorney General's phone call discussing about a matter that he was prosecuting was recorded. And political parties held press conference and played the recording. And the lawyers in those political parties were not able to tell their political party colleagues that this is an anathema to the bar and the legal profession. Please don't do it. They didn't tell them. They didn't tell them. So we are in a situation where the cooperation between the defense lawyer and the prosecution has completely broken down. Because the defense lawyers are worried that if I engage with the prosecution, somebody will be recording, and tomorrow at a press conference, they will play it. Sad, isn't it? Sad. But we can recover. We can recover. We'll recover beautifully. As a country, as a democracy, as a people, we will always recover. Haven't we come from 1962? We have come from 1969. We have seen the revolution of 79. We have seen the hunger of 1983. We have seen the deadly murder of 3 high court judges and a retired army officer. We have seen 1992. People were burnt to death after the 1992 constitution came into being, the 1992 elections. We have seen 2008, where we went almost into the brink with a 25,000 difference of votes. Nana Akufo-Addo saved this country by conceding defeat. We have seen it happen all the time. We have seen it in 2016 when there was a bit of confusion. John Dramani Mahama conceded defeat. We saw it in 2024 when everybody was burning everywhere. Early in the morning, Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia conceded defeat. So we will always go through these challenges and we'll rise up again. But for now, we are sad that defense lawyers cannot speak to the prosecution. They will not speak to the prosecution because they don't want to be recorded, and then it comes to a press conference. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Because of politics? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't do that to ourselves. We shouldn't. So the Kwabena Edubuahin has now been asked to stay in cells for 7 days because the Attorney General says that if Kwabena Edubuahin goes home, he may interfere with the witnesses. The big question is, who are the witnesses? There are no witnesses as far as Kwabena Edubuahin and Atacha are concerned. They have not been told of any witnesses. When the case starts, the prosecution will indicate to the court that we will be calling 11 witnesses in the person of Paul Adumotre, Kwame Sefakai, Kweku Bako Jr., Kwesi Pratt Jr., Dr. Nyahota Maklo, Alan Martin, Boachi Ejakon, Asiedun Ketia, Fifi Kwete, Sami Jemfi, and Omane Boama. 11 witnesses will be called by the Attorney General. That's how it always is. So the Attorney General will list them out. If at that time, the Attorney General says that we don't want Kwabena Edubuahin to be talking to Paul Adumotre because they sat on the NCA board together, many people will understand. But Atacha is confused tonight because he says, you have not even told us who the witnesses are. And then you say that he's interfering with the witnesses. Okay, so why don't you cocoon the witnesses and take them to Kempinski and put them there at the state's cost, so that every morning you give them bacon and fried eggs and awuza cocoa and keep them there so that you are sure that neither Kwabena Edubuahin nor Atacha nor Paul Adumotre or Omane Boama can see those people. That's a better way of doing it. Because if you take Kwabena Edubuahin alone out, and I know the witnesses too, I may be part of a syndicate that Kwabena Edubuahin was running. I can go and talk to the witnesses that, hey, this, that. But nobody understands it. What is Atacha saying? Atacha is saying that he's alleging that there is no honesty in the reasons that the Attorney General gave to the court to keep Kwabena Edubuahin except one personal matter. He's alleging that Atacha says that the Edubuahin's brevity in taking out a writ of defamation against the learned Attorney General is what has annoyed the Attorney General, so he wants to teach Kwabena Edubuahin a lesson. We do not know whether the things Atacha is saying is correct. But these are the matters that Atacha is strongly alleging before the court. Is it true that Kwabena Edubuahin has taken out a writ of defamation against the Attorney General? The answer is yes, he has. Has that happened before? The answer is no, it hasn't. Could that offend the Attorney General? We don't know. But the defense lawyer is saying tonight that the reason why, if you can't find any reason for Edu Boahen's incarceration for another 1 week. But the only reason could be that the Attorney General is trying to teach him a lesson using the power that has been given to him by the state through the process of democracy and an election to teach him a lesson that you are not the same with me. You cannot be equal with me before the law. You cannot sue me in defamation. Are you sick? Are you mad? You sue me in defamation, you will stay inside. These are the allegations of Leonard Atachia. These are Atachia's words and his allegations. That this is what counsel on the other side is doing. So on Friday, today's Tuesday, on Friday, we are all going to be in the court to listen to the arguments. When Edu Boahen comes out, or when he comes back into court, we're going to be listening to the arguments to understand what's really happened and what has happened and what the Attorney General would like to say. But we are very, very sad about this development. We believe that Edu Boahen will get a fair trial. We believe that democracy will always succeed. He and his lawyers believe that he's completely innocent, and that will come out, and then we'll see it. But this issue of going to prison, going to jail, I'll teach you a lesson, those things we shouldn't be doing. Hopefully, Dominic Ayeni, the Attorney General, is not doing that. Good evening, Uncle Dominic. Good evening.